Hello everyone. I brought 19 games that I picked from May's Steam sale list. They all worth a try if the genre suits you. Like and subscribe to get up-to-date Steam sale news and free game offers with the post. Well, let's get started. Battlefield 5 is a FPS game set during World War II. I only bought this game to let you enjoy the single-player campaign. It's like Call of Duty stories where you go on missions with dramatic cutscenes and actions. They also support multiplayer with 64-player battles across various historical World War II locations. But lots of hacks, and I don't recommend doing it. I am only recommending this to players who want movie-like action FPS similar to Call of Duty single-player. Battlefield 1 and 4 are also on sale, which you can experience stories in different eras. They are very cheap and worth the money just to enjoy single-player. Note that it requires double login with EA Launcher. SteamWorld Dig 2 is a 2D action-adventure platformer, a direct sequel to SteamWorld Dig. It follows Dorothy, a steam-powered robot, on her quest to find her missing friend Rusty in the mining town of El Machino. The game combines Metroidvania-style exploration with mining mechanics. Players dig through diverse underground environments, battling enemies and collecting resources. You can upgrade the character with those resources and access previously unreachable areas, like other Metroidvania-style games. The handcrafted levels, as opposed to procedurally generated ones, offer a more deliberate and engaging exploration experience. The game's art style features a steampunk aesthetic with vibrant visuals and a dynamic soundtrack that complements the various environments. The game is highly praised for its addictive gameplay cycle and excellent progression system. Trine 4. The Nightmare Prince is a 2.5D puzzle platformer following the adventures of three heroes. They each have unique skills to help solve puzzles along the way. As players advance, they collect experience points to unlock and upgrade abilities for each character. While some skills are acquired through story progression, others can be enhanced using tokens found throughout the game. It is a visually captivating and mechanically refined entry in the Trine series. Its emphasis on cooperative puzzle solving, character synergy, and a whimsical narrative makes it a standout title for fans of the genre and newcomers alike. It is a good game to play with your kids or niece. It's not often they do a sale again after they finish. Well, it did. So I will just simply explain the game and leave a link to a previous video for a detailed review. It is an action RPG with great visuals and not bad story following cliches. Graphics are beautiful with cartoon rendering, and action is similar to Monster Hunter blended with casual and fast-paced combat. They have link system between party members to spice up the combat. Also have RPG progression with leveling characters, unlocking new abilities, and equipping various equipment. Great game for fans of action RPGs. Cataclismo is another RTS game that combines elements of tower defense and city building. Similar to Diplomacy is not an option. Players are tasked with constructing fortresses brick by brick to defend against waves of monstrous entities known as horrors. The game emphasizes strategic planning, resource management, and exploration, requiring players to lead expeditions beyond the safety of the last city to reclaim and rebuild in a world shrouded in mist. The game also focuses on height. For example, building a purification tower at a higher level provides more bonuses. Additionally, buildings like bridges need to calculate the height of the foundation depending on the length to the other side to build a supporting structure beneath the bridge passage. When building a defensive wall, it gains bonus durability based on how many walls are placed vertically. This means a 4-height walls have more durability than a 2-height walls. It's a bit hard to explain, but worry not. There is a demo that allows you to learn these systems. I am a big fan of the tower defense genre, and if you are as well, you won't regret buying this. ASKA is a survival management game with exploration and combat elements. You can develop a settlement, assigning tasks to villagers such as gathering resources, constructing buildings, and defending against threats. The game focuses on exploration, allowing players to discover new territories and face progressively challenging enemies. A notable feature is the villager system, where NPCs can be summoned and assigned specific roles, reducing micromanagement and enabling focus on strategic planning. The game has a solid foundation and engaging mechanics. It blends well with survival gameplay and colony management, with exploration and strategic moves. It is in early access status with high potential, but you might encounter technical challenges. Try it out if you like managing a town with survival and exploration gameplay mixed. The Wonderful 101 Remastered is a fast-paced action game where players control a group of superheroes who can unite to form powerful weapons and tools. Using the Unite Morph system, players transform their heroes into giant fists, swords, whips, and more to fight enemies and solve puzzles. You can recruit more heroes, increase Unite Morph abilities, and unlock new skills. The game has a steep learning curve, but try it out if you like a stylish and chaotic superhero action game with deep mechanics and creative combat. There is a demo to see if the game suits you. Contraband Police renewed the discount rate from 51% to 52%, which is very cheap. It is a first-person simulation game set in the fictional communist country of Achilles during the 1980s. Players assume the role of a border patrol officer, tasked with inspecting vehicles, verifying documents, and preventing contraband smuggling. The core gameplay revolves around meticulous inspection of vehicles and documents. Players utilize tools such as flashlights, knives, and crowbars to uncover hidden compartments and contraband items. Beyond routine inspections, the game introduces dynamic events like vehicle chases and armed confrontations. These elements blend simulation with action, offering a varied gameplay experience. Progression is achieved through a structured career path where players can upgrade their outpost facilities to assist with the inspections. The game is praised for its detailed inspection mechanism and dynamic action sequences. It is a good game for fans of simulation games. There is a demo to try it out before buying. Another simulation game, but this time you are on the dark side. Thief Simulator 2 is a first-person stealth simulation game where you become a professional thief, navigating a semi-open world filled with opportunities to steal. The gameplay emphasizes stealth and strategy, requiring players to observe NPC routines, plan heists meticulously, and execute burglaries without getting caught. Tools such as lockpicks, crowbars, and drones are available to aid in breaking and entering, while new gadgets like gas canisters can incapacitate occupants. The game also introduces mechanics like pickpocketing and vehicle theft, expanding the range of criminal activities. Progression is tied to experience points earned through successful thefts, which unlock new skills and equipment. Players can upgrade their hideout, invest in better tools, and take on more challenging missions. The game features a variety of heist scenarios, from small residential burglaries to complex bank jobs, each requiring different strategies and tools. So, don't be a thief in the real world. Release your secret desire in this game. Doomsday Hunters is a roguelite twin-stick shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world where magic intersects with futuristic technology. Players select from genetically modified monster hunters, each possessing unique abilities to navigate procedurally generated levels filled with diverse enemies. The game emphasizes fast-paced combat, allowing players to combine items, craft weapons, and utilize a variety of spells and skills to overcome challenges. A notable feature is the 2.5D pixel art style, which enhances the visual appeal and immersion. It is a perfect game if you enjoy arcade-style or twin-stick shooters and roguelites. Stellaris is a real-time grand strategy game with 4X elements set in a procedurally generated galaxy where players lead an interstellar civilization through exploration, diplomacy, warfare, and technological advancement. Players begin with a single planet and expand their empire by exploring star systems, colonizing planets, and managing resources. The game features a real-time system with pause functionality, allowing for strategic planning. Players can customize their empire's species, ethics, government type, and civics, which influence gameplay styles and interactions with other empires. Diplomacy, espionage, and warfare are integral, with options to form federations, vassalize other empires, or pursue galactic domination. Progression is achieved through technological research, tradition trees, and ascension perks. Research is divided into physics, society, and engineering categories, each unlocking new ships, buildings, and capabilities. It is a great game for fans of 4X style and strategy games. Cuphead is a critically acclaimed run-and-gun action game, renowned for its challenging gameplay and distinctive 1930s cartoon-inspired visuals. It centers around intense boss battles, complemented by run-and-gun platforming levels like the Metal Slug series. Players control Cuphead, or his brother Mugman, through various stages, each featuring unique enemies and obstacles. The game emphasizes pattern recognition and precise timing, requiring players to learn enemy behaviors and attack patterns to succeed. A notable mechanic is the parry system, allowing players to counter specific attacks and build up a super meter for powerful special moves. Defeating bosses earns players contracts, moving them closer to the game's conclusion. Players can acquire coins through levels, which can be spent at the in-game shop to purchase new weapons and abilities, allowing for customization of playstyles. It is praised for its hand-drawn visuals, fluid animations, and jazz-inspired soundtrack with a sense of difficulty. While its difficulty may not appeal to all, it is still worth playing for all gamers, thanks to its unique art style and gameplay. Conan Exiles is an open-world survival game set in the brutal world of Conan the Barbarian. Basic gameplay is similar to other survival games with crafting and building. However, unique features in this game include enslaving other players or NPCs to work for you, and summoning gods to cause massive destruction to enemy bases. You can level up your character to gain attribute points and abilities to help you in combat, crafting, and surviving. With the Age of Sorcery update, they have introduced a magic system that adds depth to character progression. Experience the life of a barbarian in the universe of Conan. It is fun to play either solo or multiplayer. Have you ever felt pleasure shooting enemies with the beat? Well, this game has maximized that fun. Metal Hellsinger is a rhythm-based first-person shooter where players battle through demon-infested hellscapes to the beat of heavy metal music. Players must time their shots, melee attacks, and dodges to the rhythm of the soundtrack, increasing their score multiplier and damage output. This game blends rhythm mechanics and FPS action with high-tension music in the background to give you a unique gameplay experience. It also has a leaderboard system for competitive players aiming for top scores. There is a demo you can try to see what I am talking about. Go feel the beat and let your body flow with the rhythm. You will find yourself shaking your head and shooting at enemies. Craftopia is an open-world sandbox game blending elements from various genres such as survival, crafting, farming, automation, and action RPGs. It invites players to explore, build, and conquer in a vibrant, procedurally generated world. The game has a lot of similarities with Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Genshin Impact. The visuals are beautiful, with cartoon-rendered graphics, but the game is still unfinished, and there are lots of debates going on with Steam players. Generally, the game isn't too bad. The game has survival, crafting, farming, and automation aspects, along with hack-and-slash combat and dungeons to explore. It is praised for its ambitious blend of genres and the freedom it offers. However, criticisms include technical issues, lack of polish, and a perceived lack of depth in certain mechanics. I can't highly recommend this to all gamers. However, if you are a fan of sandbox survival games, you can enjoy the game with some time to spend here. Achilles, Legends Untold renewed its discount rate from 50% to 52%. It is an isometric action RPG set in a mythological version of ancient Greece. The game blends Souls-like combat mechanics with elements of dungeon crawling and character progression. Players take on the role of Achilles, engaging in real-time combat that emphasizes stamina management, dodging, and blocking. Combat includes light and heavy attacks, as well as special abilities like shield throws and Spartan kicks. You can upgrade your character with a constellation-based skill tree, where players can unlock passive stats and active skills. Experience points earned from defeating enemies and completing quests can be used to enhance attributes and acquire new abilities. The game also includes a crafting system, allowing players to create items and equipment to aid in their journey. Tunguska: The Visitation is a single-player, top-down survival RPG set in a post-apocalyptic Soviet exclusion zone. The game combines tactical combat, exploration, and survival mechanics reminiscent of the Stalker series. The game features twin-stick shooter mechanics from a 3D top-down perspective, emphasizing tactical combat and survival. The combat involves human and mutant enemies with a variety of Soviet-era weapons. You also need to manage hunger, stamina, and exposure to hazards like radiation and anomalies. Explore interconnected zones filled with quests, NPCs, environmental dangers, and collect resources to craft and upgrade equipment. The game's environment is dynamic, with areas repopulating with different factions over time, adding to the replayability. Character progression is achieved through a perk-based skill system. Players earn experience points from combat and survival activities, which can be allocated to various skills such as firearms proficiency, stealth, and physical attributes. The game is highly praised for its deep survival mechanics, atmospheric setting, and engaging storyline. It is a great game for fans of survival RPGs and tactical shooters. Loddlenaut is a cozy, single-player underwater exploration and cleanup game. It combines environmental restoration with creature care in a serene, open-world setting. The game has a simple message of cleaning up the environment and respecting nature. It is a very good educational and fun game for kids. So if your kids or niece are trying to raid you, throw this game as a decoy and run away. The game is cozy and relaxing, suitable for all ages. You can try the demo to see if your kids like it before buying. Red Dead Redemption is an open-world action-adventure game set in the Wild West in 1911. Players control John Marston, a former outlaw forced to hunt down his old gang members for the government. The game features third-person gunplay, horseback riding, hunting, and side activities like poker and bounty hunting. A key mechanic is Deadeye, which lets players slow time for precise shooting. The world is dynamic, with random events like ambushes, duels, and stranger missions adding to immersion. As most gamers know, the game is considered one of the greatest games of all time. It is a masterpiece of storytelling and open-world design, offering a rich Wild West experience filled with action, exploration, and moral choices. Its gripping narrative, engaging gameplay, and immersive world make it a must-play for fans of action-adventure games. If you played Red Dead Redemption 2, it will provide similar fun. But this is a ported version of the original game released for PlayStation, so you might be disappointed if you are expecting better graphics than 2. That is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe to help me out create future videos. I will come back with more Steam sales or gaming news later. Thanks for watching.